morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Gamion, and I will be your game developer for this stream. My co-host Mega Kitty is sleeping in another room right now, but we're going to keep the camera on her spot, and hopefully she'll turn up a little bit later. So I've been working on an online multiplayer soccer brawler for almost 4 years now, and I hope to get it out middle of next year in early access, and then get out of early access as soon as possible. So until then, there's still a lot to do. Gameplay balancing, testing out some mechanics of the game, polishing some of the fields, art, making lots of marketing content, and more. So this evening, I'm starting pretty early. I just figure I'd felt like streaming earlier. I have the week off work because my full-time job is AAA game development. So we're gonna get started a little bit by working on the new accolades feature, where we hook them up into the leaderboard. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Starting with, let's see, where's the accolades table? Here we go. And we're going to make a soft reference to the new texture after I import them first. So we're going to go here. Let's browse to my folder. Post-match. Accolades. And there we go. Let's go ahead and make these all UI assets. Let's see, how did I do that? Oh, texture group, here we go. Where's texture group? Can't seem to find it. Might just be faster if I just do this. There we go. I'm not sure if that one imported. Oh, I did import, right. Yeah, that looks odd. I'll look at the other ones. Yeah, that looks right. How do I say this is not a normal? That's better. All right. disable that extension because it keeps freezing up my UI here. Go. So now we can associate accolades with textures. All right, let's restart. Make this go faster, take up less memory too. Okay, let's look at the accolades table. Hey, Air Force Game Player, welcome. Started pretty early tonight. Just felt like streaming. Didn't want to wait. Just wanted to just kick back and have a longer than usual stream. Just got a lot of stuff I need to do, so I figured I'd just start. All right, so we're working on accolades, integrating them into the post-match leaderboard. So when the game is over, then you see everybody's accolade. This column right here, we're going to fill this out, and that's the goal. So we have textures for it here in the accolades folder. Let's see where I put that. Let's see, UI, post-match accolades. Here we go. Need to clean these names up. Got your back, and then this is probably got that. And next, ball keeper. Close this. SVP. Super Striker. wall, which is an accolade you get for blocking the ball from almost inevitable goals. Rug puller. These were made by my artist, and I got them before vacation. And they look a little bit like this. So we'll see how it looks. See, I got that rug puller there. Good. Super assistant. I think that was for having the most assists. Sticky feet for most possession time. MVP. And Brutalist for getting the most damage, I believe. Check. Okay, so what I've just done is connect these textures with accolades in our accolade table. This is the master list of accolades. So the next step is making them appear in the leaderboard. So how do we do that? Let's bring this up. So let's look at the row data here. Player list entry, it goes right here. So we need, I think this is just a placeholder. Player accolade. So this was text. This is going to be a texture. Image, sorry. All right, looks good. So how do we load that stat? Well, refresh a player state. Okay, so every stat column gets this function called refresh a player state. And I need to get, what kind of state is that anyway? Match player state, good. I think I have the accolade in that already. Yeah, let's see, match stats component. Match player stats components. Well, let's see. If for some reason it's not valid, we're going to just hide the image. And I can't think of a reason it wouldn't be valid, but maybe a player drops mid-game. Maybe something else happens. Okay. Can we get the accolade? Yeah. Well, now let's have a look at that component. You know, I forgot where the accolade is. I'll have to look it up in code. Game stats subsystem. Oh, okay, career accolade value. I'm trying to remember what this was. Okay, so default game stat subsystem, I don't think that's it. Manage accolade base, not quite. Stat structs, that's probably it. This is the structure that holds it, and where do I tap into that? Okay. Final stats. Okay, refresh player state. The stats may not be synchronized with the player by this time, so I need to think about what I'm going to do here. Final stats loaded. Okay. We're going to make an event graph function. Player state. We're going to keep that. Need this. Okay, it's not valid. We stop. If it is valid, should have the post-match component. If we don't, then we should also hide this. Because we have no way, if this should never be not valid, but if it isn't valid, we want to have an escape route here. Like that. If the stats are loaded, I should say if it's not loaded, then we're going to do a delay. And we'll try again. Let's see, I gotta make this look decent. I don't think I can. Okay, well, let's do that. And if we did find them, get final stats. Wait a minute. I should just be... Why should I iterate through that when I can just maybe get it? Oh, what's this? Oh, cache player state. Okay. So... Final stats. Oh, I don't have a way to tether this to the player state. Well, I guess the player name, but that's not really a good way to tell. That equals player name. What, I can't do string comparisons? That's better. Then we apply the accolade. That's true. What do we need? We need a team. Accolade. That's the, I think this is the identifier. Good. Alright, so then we would do a table lookup. How do I get the accolades table? I don't think I have a C++ function for that. Oh, here we go. Game stats subsystem. Accolades table. Find get row. Async load, and then we assign it. And Mega Kitty's up, currently eating at her food bowl. Okay, it's a lot of steps that haven't been tested. Hey, good morning, Escamina. How you doing? All right, so so this all is just a bunch of blueprint that's hard to read. No one knows what's going on. So I'm going to make some comments here to make it easier to read. Oh, let's see, this should actually not go here. This should go over here. All right, so let's comment. So comments here. So let's start load accolade. Cache the player state and load the accolade based off it. Okay, load accolade. So we'll say wait for visibility. All right, so first we wait for the final stats to be loaded from the post-match component on the game state. So that's the first thing that happens. So this information needs to come down, the post-match information needs to come down from the server to all the players. And then the next step is search for the player. Search for the player corresponding to this row by name. And then load the accolade texture and show it. And I think it will appear in white initially. That's how it looks right now. We don't want that. We're gonna make it hidden by default. Okay, and then we'll make it visible after it's loaded, so we don't need this anymore then. So we'll start hidden. Although I think in construction we should probably make it hidden by default. Or, yeah, let's do that. And that should do that. So I'm going to try to earn an accolade for myself and see if it works. Alright, so I'm going to deal some damage, and that should guarantee me at least a Brutalist accolade. Now let's end the match. Nope, nothing happened. So let's figure out what happened here. Don't think this was ever called on it. Probably because it wasn't called from here. Okay, refresh the player state. Yeah, I don't think anything happened. So we're going to do, yeah, refresh accolade. Make a new function. Okay, it should be called now. That's better. And now we get to this part. We're just going to skip over to here. Oh, good, it worked. It's player name. Match stats. Okay, which row was this? It won't tell us. Okay. Oh, this debugger's not very helpful. And it tends to leave garbage around too. No, I don't see it. Let's do... We're going to put a breakpoint there and try again. I don't think it loaded. First of all, we don't need these. Let's hide that. There we go. Let's try it again. Okay, which texture is this? I can't see because the debugger is awful. MVP, okay. I'll settle for that. Oh, I did the wrong hookup here. So, yeah, that should fix it. So for those of you who may be fairly new with game development or with Unreal, what I'm doing here is loading the accolade texture. So on the leaderboard, you have your accolades here. When the match is over, we need to fill this with an accolade if the player has one. So that's where this comes in. The thing is, we load it asynchronously. So because we don't need it on the screen ever until that moment. We load it asynchronously. It works behind the scenes. It doesn't choke up the main thread. it takes up less memory until we actually need it. So that's why we're doing an async load here. Oh, nice one, Brawler. I taught him well. All right. Okay, good. And then we make it visible. $45 damage dealt. I better fix that too. Yeah, all right, there's the accolade. That looks... let's get a tighter shot on that. As soon as I fix that typo there. Damage dealt. I don't see any... I'm doing a full writing there. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's weird. What's this doing here? Okay, so this should get rid of the extra S. And of course, we have to wait for a compile. And while we're waiting for that to compile, and no sign of Mega Kitty. So let me just find one. There. It's my cat Missy. She's almost 12 years old now, I think. And she still acts like she's 5. Alright. That should fix that. So let's go full screen. Oh, right, because there's no text on it. Okay, I got to fix that. And then we'll see how that... I may need to darken that yellow a bit. I don't think the white text is going to look good on it. That's really bright for MVP. So for the accolade, we're going to need a title. So let's do common text. Oh, we're going to need an overlay for that. Can't even read that. Now, let me look at the sample art my artist gave me real quick. Make sure it is supposed to be a white, yeah. Oh, okay, white text with a border. Outline. That's better. We're gonna do sauna. Let's get a little padding on top because it doesn't look really that well centered, even though it's technically vertically centered. Okay, that should do it. And we're going to make that hidden by default as well. We're going to do a sequence here. Second thing we'll do here is display name. What we'll do is set the display name, actually stat image, make this a member variable. And then finito. Now let's see how that works. In just 1 second. Okay, here we go. I want to do full screen. Okay, it should be enough for MVP, I think. Yeah, possession time too. And nothing. Wonder why I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't make the text visible either. And this got broken as well. There. And then we'll make this visible. Yeah, it still didn't load. Let's try it again. Good. Visibility, yes. Texture load. And set invisible. Well, I don't know why it's not showing. Everything checks out. Neither the font nor... Unless the overlay is invisible. Not hit testable. Huh. I don't know. Everything looks like it should have worked. And it's there now. That's weird. Also, it looks like it's maybe move that margin up. Maybe get rid of that margin I put in there. What's that margin? It's 30. Yeah, okay. Well, the last thing I want is for us to randomly not work during the actual game. That's terrible. Okay, showing up that time. All right, let's do it again. Works now. Okay. Probably because I took out that node in the constructor that was here a minute ago. Still a little weird though. But I want to make sure these are hidden by default. Hidden. Okay. So I think that works. And let's just go ahead and commit that to source control and give it further testing later. Yeah, it should work on the network. Oh yeah, let's test that real quick. Let's test it on the network. I'll play as a client, and that should make it good and testable. Hey, Shelly Bell. I'm good. How are you? I completely lost track of chat when I was homed in on a problem. That happens sometimes. Okay. Cool. 10 damage dealt. Yeah, I thought I fixed that. Is there another place that's maybe using damage dealt that shouldn't? Let's see. Now let me test that again. That is so weird. That's the function not even getting called. What is causing that? The damage dealt thing. I want to fix that real quick. Where's that coming from? Probably from here. Okay. I don't think I like this very much. It's not, well, I'm going to check in the issues that, I'm going to check in a fix for the issues I did have. And then look into this next. So, back to, let's close everything. All looks good. Okay. Stats. Really, I don't think, I think the problem is the formatting's happening here, and it should be happening in here. So how do I fix that? Manage stat VP table row. Oh, I think I forgot how I did that. right, what was it? VP stats. Oh, okay, that's not because it's not an accolade, it's a stat. Okay, that's why. All right. So we need another flag here. Need stat VP. All right, want a Boolean. So I want to say if, so for like takedowns, you want to have like 1 takedown, 2 takedowns, 3 takedowns. But damage dealt, you just want damage dealt. So how do we tell it not to do a suffix? What do you call that trailing S? What is the name of that in the English language? Plural suffix. Oh, I guess I had it right the first time. And I think we'll default that to true. So we'll do stat count equal to 1. And stat row, use plural suffix. Okay. And while we're waiting for that to compile, let's see another picture of Mega Kitty. Yes, she sleeps next to me because she refuses to sleep anywhere else when I'm asleep. That's been true since maybe the second or third day I've had her, and she just jump on the bed and go to sleep next to me and be like, "Yeah, I'm sleeping here. You can't do anything about it." Right. There's also one thing I want to look at real quick. Let's see, let's do this first, and then I'll look at something else too that caught my attention earlier. So for those of you interested, I did push an update on Steam earlier today. It's on the playtest. You just go to the Steam store page and grab it, and You are good to go. It has a new Unreal Engine update and a couple of bug fixes. And it has these new alternating lines on the grassy field right here. Alright, so let's do a little damage. See if that fixes the problem. Oh, I didn't change the table. It's not going to work. I got to change the table here. Use pro suffix. Let's see, goals, buffs, point debuffs, conversions, takedowns, session time. Nope. Actually, no. Session time would do it. Like seconds. Damage dealt would be false. Now it should work. Okay. Oh, okay. One more time, make sure it still works. And we're going to do it in standalone. Make it go faster. Yeah, 30 damage dealt. That's what I wanted to see. So let's flag that as fixed. Bug where MVP, SVP, damage dealt text appeared as damage dealt. Okay. And there's one, I want to take a quick sidebar here to look at something that caught my attention. So hitting should cause, let's see, let's do Horus. Good knockbacks here. You see there's going to be some, okay, knockbacks. Whoa, he's really moving. maybe a little too much. I'll have to maybe tune that a bit. Okay. Now, I just want to make sure that these knockbacks don't look too bad in the client mode. They shouldn't be too jittery. Let's see. Oh, they're really delayed. Let's see that again. No, that's not gonna, that just won't do it all. They're too delayed. All right, knockbacks. This authority knockback needs to change. This needs to be not authority. Handle knockback hit. Let's see. Oh, it's... Ooh. Okay. to think on this one. Let me review where I'm calling this from. Charge forward. So mostly from abilities. And I'm going to sort that one offline. Let me create a new bug for it. We'll say it's a bug. Knockbacks appear delayed on clients. This we need to support knockback for both authorities and ability instigators. Check. Okay, so that's done. I'll get to that off stream. But yeah, that was something I was concerned about when I was testing just 10 minutes ago, and I verified it does not look good. But of course, you're playing single player, it looks fine. This is why when you make a network game, you always want to test single player and multiplayer. So always do that for every little thing. Now, the next thing I had on my list is interesting. This is a mechanics change I decided to do. I'm going to make it so all dash abilities can steal the ball. So I'll show you what I mean. Dodger can already do this. So when I'm Dodger, I give the ball to an enemy, and I tackle, I steal the ball. And now I want every hero to be able to steal the ball with their dash, not just Dodger, but all of them. Now some of them already do, and I want to remember how I did that for Dodger, for starters. Where was that tackle? Was it tackle ability? I forgot what I called it. Darn, I forgot what I called it. Charge forward, of course. All right, charging forward. So I want to know where it takes the ball. I'm trying to remember how that worked. Okay, I just need to remember how that worked. So give him the ball to the enemy. Going to change the possessor when I tackle him. Okay, how did that work? Oh, because I disabled the ball possession and then I was overlapping it. Okay. So he released the ball because he got knocked down. Okay. So the question is, well, the tackle knocks players down. Let's look at the other dash abilities. Yeah, teleport. Charge. I think charge already does that. No, it doesn't. Okay. So how would I support this? Something that several other heroes will need. It's almost like I need a collision shape that if it intersects the ball while it's held by an opponent, it should take the ball from them. And it should only be active in the ability. There's a couple of ways I could do this. Yeah, like teleport. Yeah, I could do that. And what if we have two heroes using their abilities at the same time? And are they going to keep reflecting the ball back on each other or not? That is the question. I think I'd rather tackle something a little bit easier first. There's another mechanic I want to introduce. I want to make it so when the player loses too much health over a short period of time, then they lose the ball. And I want to start by looking at animations, because I want to show them, I want an animation that shows that they're kind of stumbling. And I wonder if there is such an animation that I can maybe model off. So let's look at Mixamo. It's my usual go-to for getting animations. Is there stumble? Well, that's interesting. I like that. Because I want them to stop moving. That's the thing. I want there to be a visual cue that they lost the ball because they took too much damage too quickly. And that might be really the only one I can use either. I'm not worried about the root motion too much. I think I can work around that. So let's see. Yeah, that is probably what I'm going to use. So we'll see. This is going to be experimental. I have a folder just for this. Alright, let's have a look at the animation. course, this only works if they're running. So this may be kind of useless as well, but I'm going to think on that for a sec. Go back to the mixed mode page. Yeah, if they're running, that makes sense. If they're idle, then that makes more sense. Maybe I just want to do the upper body. That might be tricky though. Let's see. Let's look at that from the spine. We just did it from the spine only. The problem is the spine is moving. It's got root motion there. What about spine 1? Can we work with that? I'm going to grab the injured version too, the one where he's idling. So I'm going to experiment with these, maybe not even today necessarily, but I want these right now. Okay, we're going to keep those two. Alright, so, Mr. Who-Man, welcome. Cat for a cat? Well, let's see. Looks like Mega Kitty is still not at her place. It's probably still sleeping in my room. That's okay, because I got another picture of her. Let's see. Yep, well, yeah, I'll give you the close-up of Mega Kitty. Yeah, so that's Mega Kitty. So I'm working on, yeah, that's the large emote. And it's literally a picture I took of her, and when she was standing, standing on her hind paws, with her forward paws on a table leg, looking up at me, curious to see what I was doing. So that was pretty cool. I think she's eating. I think she's at her food bowl again. Yep, she's at her food bowl. That means she might come into view soon. So anyway, I'm working on a mechanic where a hero, can lose the ball if they take too much damage in too short of a time. I'm trying to think of how I would implement that. Could be another attribute, I think, like in the health component. Actually, let's look at attribute sets. Combat. Let's see. No, it's got to be over time. So I lose maybe half my health within 2 seconds, for example. And I need to be able to tweak it per hero. So we have a health, we have a combat attribute set. I thought I had a possessor attribute set. Yeah, this max kick power attribute set. Let's see. And I think I want to call it something that it's something that decreases when you take damage, but then slowly increases over time at all times. But if it runs to 0, then you lose the ball. Can you tell me again how you did set up playing other streamer clips on Shoutout? Okay, that problem with setting up for so long ago is I'm trying to remember what I did. I believe, what did I use? Actually, I have a checks file for this, just in case these questions came up. Let's see. My presence. Here we go. Bots and extensions. Okay, so I use Twitch Guru. I think that's what I used. Let me make sure I got that right. Overlay Guru. And they have a shout-out player. So scroll down. Here we go. Oh, don't worry. I'm not distracted. Okay, so that's the clip. I think that's what you're looking for. Oh, wait. Play a random clip for the streamer's channel that is shouted out. And it should be up and running right now.
Oh, come on. Oh no. What are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do. He's gliding. Man, this kinda works. Could base the entire game around this. Now he's swimming.
Movement attribute set. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. Oh geez. So I also use Restream, which seems to sometimes disconnect. Okay, it's working again. Yep, so that's what I use. Twitch Guru. One other thing though, for OBS, keep in mind that that when you do play a clip, you need to make sure your desktop audio is turned on. So your desktop audio is not muted. If it's muted, then no one's going to hear the clip, I don't believe. Another example of that would be Just Cavino. And I'll have it muted for the first few seconds and show you what I mean. There, see? There, you didn't even hear him. So that's what happens when you mute your desktop audio. So, yeah, back to this this mechanic. Again, losing the ball if you get hit with take enough damage over a short time. So, the reason for that in the first place is that I have concerns about the mechanics of ball carrying, and they're enough that I'm focusing the whole next playtest around it. And I think, I mean, once you have the ball, The only way you're going to lose it is if a specialized skill will stun you, or if you lose all your health. Now the thing is, I want the ball to kind of be in motion, get passed around a fair bit. But it won't be passed around as much when someone is carrying the ball and just hanging onto it, looking for the right opportunity to kick or pass it. And so there's been some complaints about there's not enough. It's not punishing enough when you in-cap someone. They should be down longer. And the reverse too. I don't like being down for so long. I want to get back in the game. And I think this ball carrying is part of that. And I want to see how the game experience is if it's easier to lose the ball. So that's why I'm doing these new changes. One being support for losing the ball, taking too much damage too quickly. And the other mechanic where every dash will steal the ball. And then we'll see how that goes. Again, I think we'll see more ball movement, and I think there's going to be less of an emphasis to take down players because there are more ways to get the ball from them. So we'll see. Or it could be entirely wrong. And that's what playtests are for, is to uncover that stuff. So, how do I make it so a player will lose the ball when they take enough damage in a short time? Well, for that, I'm going to add 2 attributes. We're going to say... what do we call it? We're going to use non-replicated values. Because we already replicate the damage over, so we shouldn't need to replicate... I need to confirm that. Damage. A combat attribute set. Or health attribute sets. I'm still thinking on how that should work. So give me a sec. Okay, damage execution. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Let's see, ball. I don't need these quotes either. So we're going to have an attribute for, and what do I want to call the mechanic where if you lose enough of your bar, then you lose the ball. I guess ball stability. A scalar value representing when a player has full control of, when the owner has full control of the ball. Again, not replicating this. And then we have a scalar. Oh, one other thing I want to see real quick here. Okay. Representing the owner's current ball control effectiveness, where a value of 0 means they cannot control the ball. I know this is not tied into health at the moment, at least not like this. This is simply a standalone value that we can have control of. And I want to see on the health attribute set. Health, just, okay, so just that. Ball stability, check. Alright, so we're going to assign ball stability. Oh yeah, and the recharge. Regenerate. How do I do that with health? Yeah, regenerate. Ball stability increases per second. Okay. Hey, good bit. This is Fuel the Heroes. It's an online multiplayer soccer brawler I've been working on for almost 4 years now, and hope to get it out middle of next year. And if you're referring to the shout-out clip from Mr. Who-Man, Mr. Who-Man, can you link your game to chat? It's gotta be in my browser history, actually. It's not my history anymore. Where was on itch? Oh, here, not. I don't see it. Rats. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that's his game. So, here is the soccer game. But if you want to play a platformer with a cool frog that can play the trumpet, then I recommend Benjamin Hawkins. Yeah, and all the other developers, and that includes you, Jeff Scavino, because I know you got games out. If you want to share your game with the stream, then go right ahead. I have more fun interacting with other developers and the audience than I do working on the game at times. I used to not, because I was new to this and I really had to be in the zone, and I never did a show before, and now I'm just more comfortable with it, and I find I have more fun with streams interacting with the host and just chit chat than I do development, which I can always do heads down on my own time, but I also do it here too. The increased ball stability per second. So, got a lot of stuff here. Yeah, Game Dev is very cozy. And I have to admit, when there are some developers who have like hundreds of viewers, maybe even north of 1,000, few and far between. But it's hard to get their attention. It's hard to get their attention. Some are fun to watch, but I just like to interact, not just kind of, unless I'm lurking. But I like to interact with the hosts. You're using Photon for your multiplayer games. I'm using Unreal Engine's built-in client-server code. I believe, what do they call it? I think Iris is the next generation that's coming out. I forget the name of the pre-Iris networking. Photon. That's with Unity, right? I don't think I used Photon with Unreal before. I did use Photon with Unity before, and Photon was better than the built-in netcode for Unity. Not only that, but I developed a multiplayer game in Unity in 48 total hours using Photon as the back end. And if I recall, Photon also has like a server search. Unity has a master server list. But yeah, I recommend Photon, but that was like 10 years ago, so I don't know how it's changed. Okay, so back to this. Ball stability and regenerate. Okay. So we got these. And I want to set up stability for, let's see, heroes. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of prototype here try something, see what works. We're gonna say everybody's max ball stability is, let's see, what's their health? 45. I'm gonna say 25. That means if you lose, I also need if you take 25 damage and you're losing the ball basically right away. Maybe that's a bit much. Let's do 30. No, let's do 25. And regenerate. Ball stability, regenerate. So how much should that increase per second? So let's see. Boy, this is really going to be brutal if I did 5. About 10. I'm just throwing these numbers, throwing random numbers at the wall to see what happens. No idea if these values are good or not. I'm still not even 100% sure I'm going to use this technique either. I mean, yeah, I don't need an attribute set to track it, but I prefer attribute sets to track these kind of things. Things like stamina, health, combat. I mean, we already store the kick power, so I'm probably going to look in attribute sets for this. And Latunia. And Prowler. Tonde and Ulrich. Alright, and that should do that. And we'll load those attributes. So we got these. Alright, now we're going to relaunch the game. While we're waiting for it to relaunch with these changes, I'm going to proceed to have another Mega Kitty picture, which, oh, she never did come back to her spot after eating. That's a shame. Another picture of Mega Kitty while we wait. Still building. Yeah, there's a learning curve. You need to know what to expect. Overall, yes, very helpful. WTD is using Photon, so it works well for party games. Now, if I recall, Photon supports not only client-server, but also supports P2P as well. All right, let's hide these. All right. Okay. And now, So there's vitals. Okay. I want to add a new vital to this to see how it works. We got max speed. We're going to do a new one called, what I call ball stability. Yeah, ball stability. Yeah, what the dub? Oh, okay. Rift tracks, no kidding. Okay, let's look at text. Ball stability. Wait, max speed? Okay. Okay, we have a new function for update ball stability values. Okay, so how are we going to get that? How are we going to get that value now? Well, I think max kick power. How do we get that currently? Oh yes, soccer ball possessor component. Okay. So we're gonna go here. Senelix is ready to the channel. Oh man, we got ourselves a raid here. We got ourselves a Senelix raid. All right, let's shout out to Senelix.
Oh shit.
Father, it's time to honor our daily cat facts.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's think about. Oh God!
Lick their fur to keep warm and cool. It's like they are in a never-ending spa day. Inside have all surprises.
What is this? What is this picture? Oh my God! That's the most dapper cat I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. That was incredible. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, thank you again so much for the raid, Senelix. For those of you who have been here the first time, I am Gamion. I'm a game developer. Been developing AAA games for the past almost 8 years, and developing indie games for almost the past 40 years. Working on an online multiplayer soccer brawler called Field of Heroes right now. Working on it for almost 4 years. You can join the playtest on Steam if you like. The wishlist command will take you to the store page. And before everyone goes off, I just want to give you a quick tour of the game. I did push a patch earlier today, actually. I'll just give you a minute to check the game out before you go on your merry way and enjoy the rest of your year. So this is the current build on Steam. Hopefully it won't break in front of you all, but we'll see. And I will go ahead and give you a little more viewing space to check the game out. I'm just going to do a quick custom game, single player. And regular field. And so you can choose from 9 different heroes to play as. You can either be a defensive hero, which has more health, but also longer in-cap times, more strength. And they are pretty brutal. They can do lots of cool stuff. You kind of see that here, dropping a log on the bad guys. Midfielders, they are more of a support role. They will help the ball carriers get across the field. Yes, that is a beast they're riding, a lynx actually. And you have melee and ranged weapons, but don't underestimate the melee weapons because they are strong. And then you have the forwards, which everyone loves to play. So you have forwards that also have melee and all that. So I will be Dodger. That's my main. This is what I like to play. This is one of the fields we have. We're going to have 8 fields in early access, down from 10 because I just don't have the budget for 10. So here we go. These are bots, by the way. I programmed these bots myself, designed and implemented them myself. Ah. Oh, we got this. Oh, or not. Ooh, good spell, you. I got the ball. Yeah! Oh, I should. Oh, man, that one's like, that's a clip to put on the store page. Totally. Okay, so, yep, and so this is kind of how the game works, and then you have special abilities. I'll use one here. There. That turret does not attack other opponents. And I just got the cooldowns working here. Spike Trap will stop him. Oh, missed. Oh. Nah, I sold the ball back. Here, you take it. Oh, missed. Yep, and so anyway, again, 9 heroes to choose from, and you can change your hero mid-game as well, which I think is very handy. Oh, dodge that. Oh, bush there. Oh, got him. Oh, I got tornadoed. So I'm the only developer, except for an artist. I commissioned an artist to do all the 3D and 2D work, and they've been helping me for the past 4 years, just about. Okay, now I'm going to show you your hero switch. So now I can choose any of the heroes that you want. I'm going to be the Were-Orc, because I love being this guy. Get out of the way. I'll take that. Good hit. Oh, got me. All right, time for some action. Oh, gotta score. Tumble here. That's my dash ability. Let's claw into the bad guys. Oh, I threw a ball up. That was cool. Oh, missed. Tornado again. And I can, not only that, but hey, you take it. Beat you up. Now I'm going to show you an ability that the Were-Orc has. I make him a true wolf. Now they're toast. And look how fast I can go across the field. And another ability I have, Slice. Oh. Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, it does need a shadow. I guess what I could do is replace it from unlit material to a lit material, but just have it very bright because lit material is kind of dark. It's harder to see the ball actually. And yes, I do everything I can to make the ball as visible as possible. You have the off-screen indicator, you have the on-screen indicator, you have the indicator. Yeah, the hero's got it over his head, so you know he's got it. So yeah, you got the rings there, you got everything. So yeah, I made all expenses. So let's do another hero. Let's do Uthorn. This is a Dragoon, kind of based loosely off Final Fantasy. I really like the Dragoon class. Oh, got him. Got them both. You can just wait till my summons are ready. Got him. Oops, didn't see you there. Here. No, there. This my wyvern will take the ball away. Yeah. All right, here comes the other one. Fire breathing. Yeah, now because he's a defensive player, he has an extra second of in-cap time. So you gotta just keep that in mind. Oh, got me. Oh, almost had him. Let's see if we can score one more goal before this game is over. Oh, he's stuck. Sometimes they have trouble getting around. Oh, yeah, we got it. And I am MVP, of course. So this is some new art I'm trying out for the leaderboard. And that is one more quick match. We're going to do the desert because I want to show off the metagame. Some of the fields actually have monsters in them that you can engage with. I'll be the wizard. This is also my favorite level as far as art goes. Oh, I almost had that. Oh, there's a sandworm. So if you take the sandworm down first, then the other team will get sucked into the sand pit, and it's going to spawn. See, now he's getting sucked in. He's having a little more trouble trying to... Braxton Wise, welcome. Oh, yeah, teleported out of that. So yeah, your abilities are you can do a lot of stuff with them. Oh, and I'll do the tornado now. See how he likes it. Oh. Alright. Oh, and we scored. See how they like a tornado. Whoa, look out for that. Oh, still got me. Oh. Knocked ya. Oh, they just walked around. That's your sandworm again. Right, you get the ball away from here. You can run, but you're still slow. Ah, he's getting sucked in. And again, this is on Steam playtest. If you want to just play the game in its current state, you're welcome to try it, give me feedback. Always looking for good feedback. It's the difference between a 5 out of 10 and a 8 out of 10 game. Oh, nice tornado, and my cooldown expired too. And there's the rank. Yeah, see how you like it. Oh, he walled me. Good one. Get it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I can go through my own wall too, but I can't show you because it's... Thank you. Sandworm's back. Nope. You know, I thought I added the sandworm to the radar. I guess I didn't add him yet. I'll get to that. This game's looking tight. Thank you. So hope to get it out within 6 months in early access. I'm working on this for a very long time in my spare time. So literally, typical workday for me. Oh, you weren't even trying, AI. What's wrong with you, AI? You weren't even trying. So typical workday for me. I wake up. I go to my AAA full-time job. Let's see. I'll be the Beastmaster. I got 2 minions with me too. Go to my full-time job, work 8 hours, come home, have a little dinner, and then work on the game. This game. So I've been doing that for almost 4 years, and I'm a little tired. So I'm really hoping to get this game out. I'm really hoping more that it will actually at least have a positive rating. That's really I'm going to work like heck to try and make it very positive, but we'll see what happens. It's a high-risk game. There's some good competition out there already. Omega Strikers is an example. Obviously, the whole Rocket League genre too. Another game that just came out recently. I forget the name. Okay, I'll use my speed. There. Now we're fast because I'm support. Oh, what happened there? I've never seen that happen before. And there's another game just like this coming out called Sparkball that comes out about the same time mine comes out. The Sparkball, which is more like Omega Strike. It's like a combination of this and Omega Strikers. So yeah, there's definitely some competition, and I still believe this is a pretty unsaturated market. I just think there's more potential here. We've seen it in Blood Bowl. We've seen it in Pigskin 521 AD. We've seen it in Mario Strikers, Mega Man Strikers. Here, watch this. Some of my dog. Sick my dog on him. Oh, there's my dog again. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I thought I was going to have that one. What was that? How are they? I've never seen that until this build. It's like their character capsules flipped over, and that should be impossible. I'll have to watch the replay and figure out what's going on. A lot of the stream. Oh, also the scoreboard should not be there. So, again, MVP. Yeah, that is Field of Heroes. And you may be wondering, well, what's the staying power in this game? Why would people play it for more than a half hour and get bored? Because you got 8 fields and, so on. Well, I hope to believe that the mainstay power is fun. It's a game that you want to keep in your collection and maybe play. From time to time with your friends, play at LAN parties. Secondly, there are going to be stats, Steam stats. There will be leaderboards. So if you're a more competitive side player, then you can, try and make your mark on the leaderboards. I do not, however, have a direct competitive play mode because I don't believe the app is secure enough and anti-cheat enough for serious competitive league. So I think the game needs to earn its way up to that and needs more work all around, and not to mention the balancing that still needs to be done. I've had over 24 people play the game and give me their feedback, maybe 36 really, but there's still going to be maybe thousands of people playing it, so I got to be ready to either defend my design decisions or make changes as needed. Good bit. You said the ball needs a shadow. Well, let's look at that for a sec. I think I got some cycles for that. So the ball material is unlit. Yeah, right here. It's an unlit material, and that's probably why there's no shadow. So I'm gonna make it lit. I think at V2 actually is the lit version. Okay. So that, you see a bit of a shadow there? Well, a bit of a thing on the corner, the ball. All right, let's see if that, test soccer ball. Make sure V2 is lit. Oh, it's not. Or is it? Yeah, opaque, yeah, default lit, okay. So, let's see if we can see a shadow here. As soon as it starts. I don't see a shadow. Maybe I don't have it casting shadows on purpose, which would be silly. Let's see, that should be casting a shadow. I'll just put the mesh there. What's V2? Okay. Yeah, cast shadow is set. Now, as you can see, the shadows are kind of up, but why is that not casting a shadow? Maybe because the shadow quality is low. Oh yeah, there's a shadow. Wait, was the unlit version casting a shadow? All right, let's start over. I forgot whether unlit cast shadows. While waiting for that to come up, just wanted to announce that the unofficial beverage of my stream, also supported by my cat, is Coca-Cola. As you can see, my cat heartily endorses it. And back to, there we go. So, and desktop audio. So yeah, maybe it is casting a shadow already. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. And wait a minute. That is, I want to verify that's unlit. Oh, I didn't remember saving that. Okay, let's make that lit again. Okay, now it's unlit. Camera moves. Oh yeah, and it's casting a shadow. Okay, so I guess it is casting shadows. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's always to the back. Yeah, because I want the light to be facing. Okay, so we undo this. Yep. So anyway, you may have noticed during the gameplay that heroes only lose the ball either if A, they get stunned, or B, they get incapped. So I'm revisiting that mechanic because I think there needs to be more ways for the players to lose the ball. At the same time, I don't want to do a game mode where everyone has to constantly roll the ball forward like they don't really possess it. Like Rocket League, for instance. You never really carry it. You're just pushing it. So I don't want to go that far. But what I do want to do is make it easier, again, to get the ball moving around the field. So when you possess it, I'm going to make it so you will lose it if you lose too much health in a short time. It's purely experimental. We're going to see if I'm going to do it in the next play test, which is 2 weeks from Wednesday. So the 14th, I'm having a play test. So I got other things I need to do too. So magnitude. So that's what I was working on during the raid. Here we go. Get kick impulse magnitude. MSS ball. Get, and I'm controlling whether. So again, you lose too much health in a short time, you lose the ball. Now I'm tracking that in the separate what are called attributes. I call ball stability. I just made the name up. So ball stability attributes will. What happens is you start at max health and max stability. When you lose health, you also lose stability. Now, health and stability have different regen rates and different quantities. So you have like 40 health, but only 20 stability. Now, if you lose 20 health, then you lose all your ball stability, and then you lose the ball. And I also want to make it so when that happens, that your player stumbles, looks like they're kind of tripping over their feet. To indicate, to message to everybody that you lost the ball and briefly lost control too. So with that, I think it might be a good mechanic, but we'll see. I also have this CSV file where I keep the hero's ball stability stats along with their other stats too. So if I had a designer full time, then the designer could just, not having to know how to code C++, they could just go into the CSV file and change these values. Say, hey, I want this hero to be faster, just change their max speed, you're done. Or I want to give them more health, just go here, change their health, you're done. I really like this system, so we're using it. So I want to get the ball, ball stability. So, what was that function I was writing? Let's do, get ball stability. Returns a number indicating how much control the owner has over the ball. Value of 0 means they cannot possess the ball. And the thing is, after all this time, I thought for sure I had the mechanics down pat, but no. I'm still making changes this close to release. Well, not that close, but you get it. All right, so let's do, where's can't possess ball? But we're not going to hook that part in just yet. We just want to get the number, make sure the number works. So we're not actually going to have it do anything so far. So for that, attribute set. Copy and paste a little bit of existing code to make this go faster. For result equals get ball stability. Okay. Good. Oh, one other thing. I want to make sure the let's see, health attribute set. Oh yeah, I may need to do some of this stuff too. It's going to be 0 by default. Let's see. Max health. Oh, did I do that in the components? I'm going to set the default value. Let's see, set health. Yeah, I knew it. 40 set health. Yeah, I forgot how I set the default health for a player. I want to follow that model, though. Because some of this code is years old, and I just don't remember it. Also, I normally stream Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 30 minutes from now. However, this night I started early because I'm off work this week, and I just felt like streaming a little longer. Because whenever I stream, I usually get tired because I was at work all day and I just ate and all that. So I have excuses, like only 2 hours in my stream, I'm tired and I want to go offline and so on. So, but today, no excuses. All right, so let's go back to the nameplates. These are this is Unreal Engine. These are widgets. So let's see, get ball stability, find soccer ball possessor component. Make sure I did this right. And anticipate, no, for a hero, no, that should be always there. Okay. Oh, I never said it? Oh, I said it from here, that's why. Alright. Well, that's just more busy work for me, but... Smithy 25. Anyway, these numbers I'm using are I just kind of pulled out of thin air just to see if they look good or not. And I'll be tweaking them for sure. I also prefer to keep them alphabetical. That's just me. So ball stability. Okay, that should do it. And I forgot the console command I had for showing the number on the screen. So check this out. I use Obsidian as my sort of notepad for documentation for the project. I believe it, yeah, here we go. This is the command I was looking for. But we'll activate that once we relaunch after my changes, because I changed that table. I changed this. Oh yeah, I got to re-import this in the CSV file too. So what I'm looking for is so tonight I want to at least try and get this working. And then tomorrow I want to start making YouTube and TikTok shorts of the game in its current state. So that'll be a fair bit of work. And I also looked at, so I already had some made already, and they, I mean, they're okay, but let's see if I have my logged in from here. No, I'm not. And it's probably going to be a hassle to log in at this point. Anyway, CT Heroes. We're going to re-import this. And save. Alright, so now we should be effective. Now everything should work if I did this right. That's out of the way. And what was my cheat? Here we go. So yes, these are cheats I wrote into my game console commands that I wrote. And let's do Here we go. So let's have a look. Good. See, it's hard to read, but what's that, +3? There is a ball stability there. It's 25. These are the gameplay tags and some of the vital attribute sets. So that's 25. So let's make that number go down when getting hit. So we have, what was it called? Damage was it damage execution? Yeah, damage execution. So this is a class that is responsible for applying damage to heroes, and really anything, not just heroes, but everyone. Output modifier. So this is probably where. All right. So this is calculate the final damage. As a function of base damage, multipliers, and armor. Damage greater than 0. Modifier, so let's say, so we apply, that's additive damage. Let's see if I remember, again, I wrote this code like at least 3 years ago, so I'm trying to remember this. I get damage attribute. So where's the health come in here? Okay. Health attribute change. Okay. Here's the health attribute set. This is where damage probably. Yeah, here we go. Broadcast. Yeah, set health. Okay, so this is where actually it changes the health. Okay. Okay, and then. So I'm thinking now, this is the damage pipeline here. I'm thinking about where to actually affect the ball stability attribute. I'm thinking right now. Should it be in the damage execution or should it be in the health attribute set? I think it should be in the execution, but let me make sure. I just want to make sure this is the flow. Oh, but I changed the code. I may just want to add another output modifier to the soccer ball possessor attribute set. And judging by the massive avatar that just appeared in Stream Avatars, looks like Jenna and Z just showed up. So let's give them a shout out while we wait for the editor to come back up.
How big time addict? Come on, Thunder. Do a power up. Do it. For the raid, man. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Addict fucked up. Lights just shed all over him there. Come on, Thunder, do it. It's a 5% chance to power up. So it's pretty low. Come on. As It's not over yet, right? Fire's in the... There he goes! And he just needs to hop, right? He just needs to swap to hopping. Go! 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 Yes! For the raid! Fuck, that was some messed up shit. God, they had me on the edge of my seat. These games are fucking so cool. Let's go! That was wild! That's the most exciting shit I've ever watched. Wait, I could...
Yep. So he also uses Unreal Engine, only whereas I kind of do my own things on it, he focuses more on material shaders and some amazing art. This game is really coming together super well, and I can't wait to see how far it goes. All right, so back to this. And output modifier. Okay, so that's looks like it's independent, or is it? Let's see. Post gameplay execute. Okay, so apply the damage modifier first. So much to remember. And yeah, it's a lot of steps. I mean, I could just easily have the health component track damage rate and send a message. But I don't know, my instincts tell me that it's better maintained in its own attribute set. So we're going to keep going at that cadence. So let's remove our breakpoints. All right, so let's do... So health attribute set damage attribute, and then we'll have maybe another damage attribute for the possessor. I would have to replicate this. Uh-oh. Yeah, I would need to replicate that new feature I just added. Maybe that wasn't a good idea after all. Because one of the things I strive to do is minimize the amount of data that goes through the network. And if I go the route of having the own attribute set as my instincts would have me do, that means I'd probably need to make this a replicated item. And I really don't want to do that. Okay, so let's say I take another approach that doesn't involve separate attribute sets. I would still need to track health change over time. And it would still need to be a soccer ball possessor thing. Almost like I want an event. So I can have the possessor component listen for damage from the health component. Let's see. And then I can have the possessor component see if the rate of health loss is above critical threshold. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, so let me roll back. This is why I make lots of small commits in source control. I'm going to roll this back. And, because I have my doubts now. And when I have my doubts, I can just go back to where I was before I had them. And no harm done. Source control is one of the coolest things that we have access to. So let's roll all that back. And if I want to do it again, it's not that hard. So I won't lose that much time. Okay, so let's reload. And voila, we're back to where we were. Also, this comment's wrong. Used on applies to all possessors to manage how much impulse they can kick with. Okay. Better that I need to submit. So let me look at my list here. I think what I'll do, since I don't want to rush into a decision, since I'm already changing my mind once, I think I'll switch up to another bug that I've been meaning to fix for a little while. It has to do with the chat, with the in-game chat. So let me show you what I mean. So you see on the bottom right here, press enter to chat. Let's get a better view of that. So press enter to chat. Press tab change channels, looks good. It's A, B, C, D, E. And first there's unknown, when it should know what my name is. Second is the fact that it's missing from the chat window. So all my historic messages don't show up. See, here's this, and then they disappear, and they're gone forever. And I want the chat window to keep that log of messages. So let's go to the chat window here. Chat message feed widget. Here we go. So here we have the list view, that's the feed. And it's pretty basic, just here's the chat and history is all right here. So we track the messages in an array. Where's the history? Here we go. That's a map. Oh, a map of how old they are. Okay. Yeah, entry and lifetime. Okay. So let's chat feed list entry data. So first thing I want to do is change this array to change this from a map into an array that will, let's see, entry data, to an array that will stay forever. All right, and then let's find look at one other thing. Do false. Okay. So anyway, let's make this. Here we go. Text. We're going to track the time see, edit anywhere, blueprint rewrite. Text. This should also be transient because we're not saving it with a project anywhere. Make from string. Well, that's weird. It's not showing me the results anymore. You have to restart Visual Studio. I think it was timed seconds. That's better. All right, so that's the first thing. Next thing is getting rid of that map. We don't need map anymore. I want to see centuries. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a pretty ugly way to track that. Also, this doesn't really need to be a weak object pointer necessarily, because this feed owns the messages. Actually, why did I just make them structures to begin with, actually? I'm trying to remember why I didn't make these structures. Well, I'm not going to refactor that out. I'll just simply leave it as objects. But I don't think they need to be weak objects. Well, maybe there's a reason I did and I just don't remember. I'll just leave that too. Okay, so we have an array. Yep. Data's Dev, welcome. How did you get here? Well, maybe a shout out will help us figure it out.
I am going to level with you here. My ears are filling up with sweat right now.
Yes, he did raid to us here. So yeah, but welcome. But hey, if you don't want to stay, I'll understand. I'm just working on my online multiplayer soccer brawler. I try and get it out within 6 months. Okay. Oh, whoops. That is... How did that even compile? It should be native tick. Yeah, I was calling the superclass function tick, but this is native tick. It shouldn't be calling the super... Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the thing. One thing I don't care very much for about templates is that they give you all this crazy error information. It doesn't actually tell you what the problem is. I just want to know what line of code is failing. Probably this. Okay, I just remember why it's not structured now, and that's good. This entry is add entry. Wait, how is add not a member of an array? List entries. Oh, T array. Oh, this is a problem. Here we go. Now it should work. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Hope you're doing well too. Yeah, I normally start my stream around now, but I don't work this week, so I'm just kind of started early, like around 4. Oh wow, it's streaming for approaching 3 hours. For me, that's a long time. And all this time, my cat still has not shown up on the Mega Kitty camera. She's sleeping in another room. Yeah, you did daytime stream. Yeah, I was on there. Wait, was I on there yesterday? Was it today? Maybe it was brief. Yeah, probably. I was probably channel surfing practically, seeing just a glimpse of what everyone else was up to. Okay, let's turn that off. So working on the chat. Okay, there's that. Okay. What I want to do is make these messages disappear from the screen, but not from here. So I may need to put them in a separate list, actually. I may need to double the lists here. So, a number of ways I could do that. You know, I think I just figured out how I am going to do that. Okay, so we have a list view for the feed. We're going to need another list for new messages. we're going to have to formalize that in the native class. The full list of all messages. Message feed entry. What do you call them? Preview messages. Message feed. New message appearance lifetime. Also, metadata for units. That's better. Must view new messages. Check. Add an entry to the permanent feed. To the new message feed. But only if the list is not visible. Also, we're going to need to clear the preview when we open. This champ is both false. That's better. Now we need to flush the new messages. message. Timestamp is less. Oh, actually, plus this. Is less than world time. Oh, then we dismiss entry widget. And we just remove the item. Okay. Let's see if that works. Oops, let's start here. Just gonna take the music down a peg for a minute. Okay, let's see if that disappears. Okay, it did, but the overlay chat. Oh. I forgot how visibility works here. Border feed overlay chat. And it should hide the list view feed too. Oh. Strange how it showed up like that. Oh, that was weird. That should be instant. But I think it must animate. Okay, it animates. Alright. Okay, play animation. Might need different widgets for these. Yeah. Now I just need a new one. Just call that new message. And then we will use new message for this. And then we'll make, so those will still fade in, fade out, but this will not. So no animations for this one. No, now it's not showing up at all. It's probably because it defaults to not visible. No, the text was already visible. So I probably just need, maybe I did it explicitly. Alright, so I guess the icon will be hidden then, for now. Oh, didn't like that at all. Oh, probably the deep breakpoints didn't like. Let me make sure that it is, print text. Let me make sure that it is working. I'll print some text here. No, I did not see that. So let's view feed. Maybe it's not visible? What am I missing here? Yeah, that press tab thing should be appearing, but it's not. This should actually be hidden too. this should be overlay feed. We'll make that variable. Actually, no, we're going to do a border feed. Yeah, okay, so do this again. Nope, it's still not showing up. All I did was overlay a list with another list. There's no reason for it to... I wonder if I make the new messages hidden. No? And now it won't show no matter what I do. But if I did this, if I print the text, it does show up in the corner of the window. Yeah, I just don't get it. Now, if I play the animation, oh, no wonder the box is hidden. That's why. Now it should show up. That's more like it. And the image, this should actually be collapsed, so it doesn't take up that hidden space on the left. Okay, working good now. Yeah, except that appeared. Hey, why is it doing that? See, the first time it's smooth. When I do... Oh, now it's very smooth. Oh, yeah, then it did that twice. I wonder... I wonder if it's trying to play the animation twice. Now I've only played it once. seems to happen after the first message auto disappears. I still want to make sure it's only playing once, though. Okay. So what? Maybe I'm not removing the item from the list correctly. Oh, I know why. Because items being the widget is being recycled. That's why. This is one of those things you just don't know until you've had experience. The widget is being reused. So when I remove it from the list, it's just getting put into like a penalty box, let's say, and it's gonna get recalled. It's going in a pool, and it's gonna get recalled when a new item appears. So what we want to do, let's see, dismiss. So what should we do? Refresh item, that updates the text. I don't know if this will fix it, but let's find out. No, I didn't think it would. Alright, so what do we do? Is there an event for... Alright, so I think what we'll do first is hide. Hide both these horizontal box. So the animation probably reveals the box. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna make this a variable. Hide it. I think that might fix it. And play the animation. Oh no, I want to hide it before. Okay, that's right. Alright, let's see if this works. Yep, that fixed it. Now, just one other thing. I want to dismiss the widget so it kind of fades away, so it plays the exit animation, and then we'll call it a day. No verse greater than this. Else if Alright, that should make it smoothly dismiss, if I did this right. It's a very minor thing, but I'm trying to get all these minor things out of the way so I can focus more on gameplay in the coming playtests. Alright, and if I did this right, they should smoothly dismiss before disappearing. So here we go. Nope, it did not. Let's see if it got to my breakpoint. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong feed. Big test. Here we go. Yes, it worked. All right, now it's more friendly. Oh, wait a minute. One other thing. New message. Is that collapsed? Oh, that should be collapsed. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna commit that one. I don't think I chose the best names for these lists, but it's good enough. I'm not gonna waste more time. I'm not gonna. It's not really wasted. I'm not gonna put more energy into it when I could be doing many other more important things. So we'll say fixed bug where the chat window did not keep message. Oh, I just saw something. How many messages? Well, what happens if I overflow it with messages? Okay. Scroll bar. Cool. Well, that works. So you can go all the way up in chat. So I think that'll be fine. And I don't want to do anything else for this. Fix bug or to not keep messages. Okay. So I think that's all I want to do on stream tonight. I'm going to probably kick back and hang out with my brother. And so I'm going to raid us off to Dobbsworks, because it looks like he's got a demo just coming out of his game, Paper Robot. Did I get that right? Let's see. I think it was Paper Robot. Well, anyway, well, let's find out. So again, thanks everyone for, thanks you too, JD Does Dev. Hope you have the great rest of your year, and that goes for all of you. Everyone have a great rest of your year. Everyone have a happy New Year's. Everyone have a great 2026, because we could all use one. That's just what I say. So again, everyone have a good one. I don't think I'm going to stream again this year. Maybe next week, Monday as usual, and maybe more than just Monday too. As a final reminder, don't forget to check out my store page. Give me a wish list if you'd be interested in playing the game, and I will kick off that raid to Dobbsworks. So other than that, everyone stay warm too. It's pretty chilly out there for most of you. So off we go.